Coming out of high school, Malik Henry was a consensus 4-star recruit and even ranked as high as the number 2 dual threat quarterback by ESPN in the 2016 class. Malik eventually committed to Florida State to play for Jimbo Fisher, and Florida State was known to be a quarterback pedigree school. Think of Jameis Winston, guys like Charlie Ward. This is where they played at, future NFL quarterbacks. Now, Malik did what's called an early enrollee. Now, all this means is that Malik headed to school a little bit earlier than most people would. He graduated high school early, went to Florida State in the spring so that he could be a part of spring ball, learn the playbook, get to know some of the guys, get on page with the coaching staff, all those good things. And then his first season, that next fall, he ended up redshirting, which is pretty common for most first-time college athletes. But then unfortunately for Malik, he started having some off-the-field problems, and by 2017, he was no longer a part of the Florida State football program. His next stop is really when people started to learn who Malik Henry was. He ended up going to Independence Community College in Kansas, which was thrust into the spotlight by Netflix's Last Chance U. I was pretty shocked when I went back and looked at his stats while he was at Indy, man. He passed for 11 touchdowns and 11 interceptions in 2 seasons, 1,600 yards, which is pretty mediocre if we're being honest, man. But you could really tell on the field, he had the talent. He had the arm talent. You could see the football IQ on display. I think the biggest thing, man, is he just kind of got in his own way. I don't think his teammates really liked to play with him. You know, we kind of got an inside look to some of that stuff, especially in the second season when he came back. A lot of the guys were really not riding for him, man, but Coach JB, he was the head coach of Indy at that time. He said that dude could play. He's one of the most talented quarterbacks he's ever seen, and I definitely believe him, man. You can tell on the film, even just watching the documentary or just checking out the dude's highlights on YouTube or anything like that, he can sling the rock, man. He can spin it. He definitely has that talent, but I think he just unfortunately got in his own way. And I think the thing that really sucks about this documentary is it really only shows, the bad parts of Malik Henry. It's not showing any time he's doing something good as far as like his character. They're not showing him picking up teammates and doing that stuff. It's kind of just, not that it's attacking his character, but it definitely seems like they were a little bit biased towards doing that, which is unfortunate, man. He was a young dude at the time. He was probably 19 or 20. So being able to have someone's life on camera like that when they're that young, that can definitely be a struggle. So I think, that left a lot of people with a bad taste in their mouth, which unfortunately for him, didn't help him at all. Another thing that I think is really important is that people can change, man. You can change your character, your personality. People learn and grow. Malik definitely made a lot of mistakes when he was at Indy, man, especially like we said, being on Netflix. There's a lot of eyes watching you. Everybody's seeing what you're doing. But I don't think people talk enough about how you can change, man. You can change as a person, as a football player, as a man. He can go from being a person that really nobody wants to play with to somebody that everybody wants to play with. Fortunately for Malik, the second season of Last Chance U did not totally ruin his football journey. He was able to earn a Division I scholarship from the University of Nevada, and in October of 2019, he earned his first career FBS start against San Jose State, and it was a classic. Nevada won 41-38 in a thriller, where Malik threw for over 300 yards, and he showcased his arm talent that made him a high school star. The consistency at Nevada was Malik's biggest issue. He ended up only starting 2 games for the Wolfpack, and by 2020, he was no longer the focal point of the offense, and his college career ended at Nevada, and it ended without any of the stardom that many expected. Once Malik's college career ended, I think he kind of knew in the back of his head the NFL was not going to be a realistic goal for him, but he still wanted to continue playing the game that he's grown up to love. So he's kind of been one of those guys that has bounced around a little bit in the arena leagues. He's played for about 4 or 5 different teams: the Frisco Fighters, the Jacksonville Sharks, the Carolina Cobras, the Arizona Bandits, and now he is currently with the Billings Outlaws. His best professional season to date is with the Carolina Cobras. They're in the NAL, which is the National Arena League. In this season, he passed for over 3,000 yards, 60 touchdowns, and he also added a 10-touchdown game. This was in 2023, and then fast forward the year after that, 2024, he ended up getting signed by a CFL team, the Edmonton Elks. They're in Edmonton, Canada. That's a pretty good league up there, man. The CFL is a really solid league. There's definitely been a lot of success stories up there. But unfortunately for Malik, he was actually released before the season even started, so he never even really got to show what he could do as far as in a regular season game or anything like that. But like we said earlier, his current team is the Billings Outlaws, and he's on the roster right now looking to stabilize their quarterback play, looking to find a name for himself in that arena league. I think the moral of the story with Malik Henry, man, is a lot of people have diagnosed his character based off of the Netflix series and him being on TV and kind of being that celebrity type guy in that show. Man, and unfortunately for him, this was kind of something that really made his career go downwards. You know, for a lot of people, typically getting an opportunity to be on TV and showing what you can do in front of a bunch of fans that, you know, inherently love you. I mean, a lot of people love the guys on the first 2 seasons of Last Chance U with EMCC. And those guys got a lot of love, but it can also show you, man, that it's a kind of a double-edged sword. Like, if you show that you have a personality that maybe doesn't fit being a quarterback, and maybe you're not a great leader, and you're doing some things that are not helping the team win, and you're not really getting the guys together the way a quarterback, you know, that captain mindset should be, like, man, it can really mess up your career, and it can really take away a lot of opportunities from you.
Give me a dot, Malik. Give me a dot. Oh, that should be right on the money. Yes. Thank you. I'll get loose 3. Yes! Thank you! Shitty offensive line can't block. Find some open space. Find some open space. Circle. Circle. Yes. Perfect throw. Right on the money. All right, boys. Now we're in the IFL playing as the Frisco Fighters. Ignore the fact that we're playing a college football team. Dot him up for me, Malik. Thank you. He's so good. Check LeBron James. Check LeBron James. Just kidding. Check Magenta. Check Magenta. We got it off. We got it off. Throw it up in the air for him real quick. Coast on into the end zone, baby. Touchdown! God, whatever happened to arena ball, man? It used to be on ESPN all the time. Dot really quickly for me. Finish it. Walking into the end zone, baby. Now we're with the CFL, the Edmonton Elks. Break the pocket for me. Let's slide. Avoid the hit. Smart play. Here we go, Malik. At the goal line. Little fade ball. A pick. Gosh dang it. Now playing for the Nevada Wolfpack. Let's air out the cannon, baby. Boom! Right on the money. Finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it. Yes. Thank you, boys, for tuning in today. Stay frosty out there. And remember, there's always a second chance in life, baby. You always have another day, another dollar, another mystery.